What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another A to Z Joust video. Today we are finally on the bees with Baba Yaga. We have Baba Yaga, and she's actually a very good god. And I'm excited for this one because I do play her a lot, so I can go in the ins and outs of her pretty easily. But yeah, overall she's a very good god. Has great damage. She's a little bit harder to understand right out the gate with her abilities and how they work, but once you practice her, use her, feel her out, min-max some of what she does best, you can do a lot with her. And it's usually my go-to. She can do so much damage, be safe, and also go into that hybrid type of mage if you wanted to. She can do a lot because she does stack, unlike a lot of other mages that don't. Unlike other mages that don't, is what I meant to say. But we'll go into the video. We'll go into her kit. The longer this game goes in, as the beginning is always got to focus up a little bit, just not to die. Ooh, look at that. Nothing much happened there, so I'll take it. Actually didn't clear wave, so you have to be careful though, because you are super squishy. I'll probably just go ahead and get purple here though. Get this. One thing I do like about building her first is, as you can see, I have multi-potion open. You can use your 2 and put it in one of your inventory slots. And so a lot of the times I like to buy 3 multi-potions and have my one of my slots open, just so I can, at the early part of the game, have that open slot open. Instead of buying like 2 regular pots and 2 multis, for example. Oh, that hit me. Not able to use his abilities because he does. I do have my ult now, though. So does everyone else, though. Yeah. Bye. Hopefully she doesn't stop my back. So with that being said, I have to stay. As much as I really don't want to. One thing about that oval in her 1 is that it always goes from right to left. So that's also just one thing to pay attention to. Red is up, which is why I wanted to back. And they're just going to be able to get that for free, I think. Unless I can steal it. Do some damage, though, to him. Nothing much. They get red for free anyways. He should be fine. Yeah. Alright. I'll be right back. Please don't sell my bag. You guys can have wave. Onto her passive, though. In her passive, you'll see that this house just keeps walking around like that. This house right here. And that's basically her passive, where so she stacks items. Every item except, I think, like items like Tablet of Destinies, for example. But basically it's her house. Every time it moves, based on when you move, as you can see it's not moving right now, but if I move a little bit up here, it'll go ahead and move to my location within a general span. And the more it moves, it gives you more stacks, and you'll see it underneath my house, under my lower left house icon. And it's like a little bar, and the longer the bar is, or the more full the bar is, the more stacks I potentially have. And then that's basically it. Anytime you're near an enemy as well, it does siphon off of them, and it does give you some stacks as well. Be sure to buy your 300 pot. And yeah, the more an item has to stack, the more it uses. You'll see at the top left, I just got 11 stacks. So it gives me the less amount of stack, or the more amount of stacks it has, the more stacks it'll give me in my passive. The less amount of stacks that you need, like Charon's Coin, for example, it'll take more of the bar and it'll only use like one. And then obviously if you don't have any items that can stack, it basically just heals you for about, I think, 0.6% of oh, we got mannequins. Interesting build. It heals you for 0.6% of your health, which is also pretty cool, as you can use that to just basically as like a pseudo heal. Kills Hercules. A little bit of damage to Scylla. I want to make sure I don't get cooked by the Scylla though. Yeah, unfortunate. I think red might be open or up. But that's basically her passive. It's a lot of things going on there, I know, but it's definitely really good, I think. Get it? Or kill him, just kill him. Okay. Big money. I want to get this so I can leave now. Let's clear this way. Put this in my inventory, back. Onto her 1. Basically, it just throws out a line. It's either a Y, an L, or an oval, right? See, I have an L right here. You throw it out, and then you'll see it at your bottom left. Actually, let me get an item here first. I'm gonna go Desolation. You'll see at the bottom left, it does show me that I have an oval, so that's telling me that my next line is gonna be an oval right here. And you'll see it has like a little bit of an effect here. Each line gives you an effect, and it's all random. There's no rhyme or reason to when you'll get an L versus a Y or an oval versus what effects it gives you as well. One of the big things about her 1, and basically her 2, because her 2 does similar things, just gives you RNG stuff. The biggest thing is just that it does a lot of damage. The extra effects it gives you isn't necessarily important. It can help in certain situations, but generally speaking, you just want to be able to try hit your abilities. I don't really focus too much on what it does, as it's just RNG based, so it's like hard to really figure that out. Yeah, that's one thing I was worried about. I just Scylla ult. Warlock stat, baby, give me my health. It's for beads, I'll take it. Go ahead and try and kill this whale. Nice. But yeah, so it does give you some effects. Just trying to hit your abilities. Remember, oval goes from right to left, so you just want to go from right to left if you can, for the most part. But it does give you some effects. Like, it does give some effects, gives you like protections. Oops. For your teammates. While it also, you know, I'm even reading it here because it's just like not that important. Whereas others will give you, it'll get one thing that does. So like this one right here, you can tell that it's gonna. This one's gonna give you the speed boost. So if I throw this out, I can actually go faster here. My movement speed gets faster, but it's really not that important. I do believe you get a silence as well in one of them, and that's the purple one. That one's actually pretty good, but again, it's just RNG based. And then the last one is this one. It does slow them down. If I throw this out, it will slow them down, and it can allow you to hit them or throw out abilities because they are slow. I really don't think you win these, brother. So it does have some playability, and you can, you know, play around it, but I don't really care. I'm gonna say, I think we just kill you. Might just be able to kill you too. Nice. And that's basically her one. Into her two, she does do similar things. It does do damage. Basically, all you want to think about is it just throws out damage, and you can store it in your one. And you always want to make sure you try and min-max your one. Always have your one up. I'm sorry, always min-max your two. Always make sure you have your two in your inventory slot. Like right now, I don't have it in my inventory slot, and it just allows your, because it does put your two back on cooldown, as you'll see, and it's just pretty important to do that. I'm actually not gonna go. You can go prophetic cloak. I'm not gonna go prophetic cloak this game because I don't feel scared at. I really don't feel scared at all from the enemy team. But basically, just throws out just a little pot of damage. Throw it out like this, just a little thing. It is a little bit clunky because it does take a little bit of airtime to get down. But on top of the similar things to your one, it's RNG based. It does give you some benefits as well as some debuffs towards your enemy team. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're never. Might be able to just kill this guy, huh? Oh, he stunned him. I wasn't expecting the stun. The slow actually cucked me. He actually lives because of the slow. Does he though? I think he might. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he does. Wow. The Sobek might die. Get him, Sobek! No. How much damage I do? But in her two, she does throw out a red pot. Red pot, I believe, is damage, so it gives you extra damage. Actually, I can just read this. So the red one gives you damage. The dragon scale one gives you slow, which I believe is the white one, very similar to your one in the form. And you can also see based on her house too. A lot of the passive is very important to look at because it does tell you your next. It does tell you your next little line ability, so I can see I have an L. And then on top of that, it does tell me if I throw out my one or my two up here, you'll see that it does show me which one this will be, but in my bottom left, and then I'll know that it's got slow reduction in it. So your passive is very important to look at, just so you know. But that's basically it into her two. Like this one's gonna give me, I believe, another slow again. Again, the benefits as well as the debuffs are super RNG, so you don't want to pay too much attention to that, at least initially. Finally, into her three before her ult, we do have her getaway ability. As you can see, I go inside of it in my little pot. Okay, you're not getting the bus with me. And it charges up, and then you, whatever direction you're facing, you'll jump into that direction. Basically, her getaway ability. It can get disrupted, like you saw. Her can, like, disrupt it. One thing about it, though, it is knock-up immune. You're just a goner. You are knock-up immune in it, but you're not stun immune in it, so you can actually get stunned pretty easily by... I'm gonna back here. But basically, it's just your getaway ability. On top of that, it does do a significant amount of damage. It's one of the most damage abilities for what I feel like it should give you. So that's also pretty cool as well. I'm gonna go flat pen, I think, because Herc is going straight damage. Into a double tank, you would probably want to go something else though, like a obsidian shot or something. But I just feel like I don't need to build any type of percent pen or anything like that. But yeah, it does give you some damage mitigation. They actually recently buffed it, where you level it up and it would scale how much damage mitigation. Now you just get a flat 35% throughout the entire game, which is really nice. Damage mitigation in Inner 3 is actually really good. Has 35% damage mitigation. You just go in it and you just reduce the damage they take by 35%, which is really nice. Also, it's knock-up immune. I think I said that already. But, if they're going to use a knock-up ability, you can just use that to not get knocked up. Can kill his ball, okay. And then once we're back here, we can talk about her ultimate ability. Actually, I'll stay here. I can actually just maybe get 20 off this as well, hopefully. I'm assuming Herc has blink. Yeah, he does. Alright. You're not gonna let me back. Actually, super close to 20. I might just stay again. Damn. Bonder ult. As you'll see, you actually go into this house once you ult. One of the coolest things about it is that it does give you a knock-up, and it does give you a shield 30% of how much power you have. So if you know you're going up against, if you're just getting like bombarded by an enemy or some shit, they're like all on top of you, you can actually just ult your CC immune in it, and you can knock them off while also getting a shield. So it can actually work to kind of save you in those situations. And especially if you ult, you cancel it, use your 3 and 3 away in certain situations. I've saved myself countless times doing that. I'm gonna wait for the goal here. And then after that, obviously, into her actual main part of her ult, she does throw out 4 giant fire explosion areas, and it does follow the enemy, and it does tick damage over time. And it does a lot of damage when you hit every single one of it. It's a little bit clunky. A lot of her abilities are pretty clunky. That's another thing why people don't play her, probably. But once you learn how the clunkiness, predict it, it does become a lot easier, and you can do so much damage. And then that's just basically it for her. With her specifically, you do build a lot of different things. If you're not building Warlock Staff, you should be. It's actually just disgusting right now. It gives you 500 health. And on a god like Baba, who can also go hybrid, you can go Prophetic Cloak, and it's just that much better. You being tanky, that is. Probably just silence him with my 1 there. Can't do anything. Spock is just on my ass. I don't know why. Clear this wave. Can't buffs her up again. But she can go into a lot of things. You can go into Warlock Staff, stack it well. Go into Prophetic Cloak, stack it. Ooh. Item like Charon's coin as well. You can stack that pretty fast as well. After this Scylla. Can actually take a little bit, I guess, but we don't need to. We can just get this tower now. Make sure you always min-max your 2. Whenever your 2 is up and you have an open slot, you need to make sure you're need to make sure you have your 2 up in your inventory, that is. Wait for this way, we can get this tower. But that's basically everything about her. I would say you would build more of your, like, Warlock Staff items. You're not. Wow! That did nothing to me except half my health. Oh, you're here. As you can see, I'm not going to be in there, so I actually live there, because I don't get knocked up in that. Retreat. Alright, he's just dead. I'm going to leave. That's ult. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get E-Staff because E-Staff is really good right now as well. I gotta clear this wave though so they don't steal it. They might just get it though. I'm not entirely sure why the Herc is tanking though. And just clear a wave like that. Might actually just cook themselves. Should really get this kill. I was actually able to CC him in. Another thing, ooh, backing, isn't he? Damn. Another thing about his Baba Yaga's kit too is that you can actually stay in your ult for a fair amount of time, so you don't need to spam out your ult ones or your ult little things, because you can just you can be in it for a fairly long time. Attack fire. I do have my alternate, so I just never die at this point. Not that I was dying anyways, but yeah, as you can see, she can do so much Her potential is super high. Actually doing less damage to this because of the Bull Demon. Not anymore, though. Don't have my ult. Not that I have Baba Yaga as great secure. That's probably one thing that is lacking a little bit. He should probably clear wave. I think we got this. Just gonna save this for the initial right here, so I can burst a little bit. If they were smart and they knew that we were doing Bull Demon, they could have just taken the tower completely. Which is why it would have been better for Odin just to clear wave initially and then zone, but that's okay. I'm gonna back now. But the reason why I bought double flat pen instead of building other items just because they have a Herc that just does. Who just built full tank, so I'm just like, fuck it, I mean, whatever. Got my 2 in my thing, I got my red pot, got E-Staff. E-Staff's really good right now too. I should be able to get to like 3k health and you'll see it. Once I get some procs. They are fighting, and I think they can, honestly. Can't tell, is that Sobex? That is Sobex. Oh, thank you. I need to make sure I can try to get some damage onto her. Should be dead, maybe. Nah. I'm gonna die here, but because I have alternate timeline, I can actually live. So I don't actually die here yet. This guy should die, nice. My alternate up, we should be able to just push here. Baiting with your alternate is very good too. As you can see how much healing I got from my passive right there. That's just because I don't have any stacking items, and you'll see that I'm literally at full health again, basically. Or, well, not full health, but like half health when I didn't have that much health. And you'll see I have 3,200 health. We can keep fighting. Go in, baby. Can probably kill this guy. Yeah, he's a gunner. You're a gunner, pal. And we can just win this game pretty easily. Should be dead. Nah. Nah, she ran away. And that is the game. As you can see, super safe god. I mean, I have 3,000 health, and I didn't even build prophetic. If I would have went prophetic cloak there, I would have never died, and I still would have done similar types of damage. So, Baba Yaga is obviously really, really good. Play her, get used to her, carry games. All right, that is the game. 6-0. Ooh, 0-7. Bake. Yikes. Yeah, as you can see, 3,200 damage. She does a lot of damage. Being able to have her 2 just on like rotation and casting a lot is super impactful. You basically have like 3 abilities, not including your 3rd ability, using your 3. And it does a lot of damage as well, considerably for what it should be doing. It's a getaway ability. That is the build. I think I probably, if I would have known that the Hercules was going this build, I probably would have not built Soul Reaver here. I probably just would have went, you know, Divine, then into Soul Reaver and E-Staff. E-Staff is very good right now. We're going to go ahead and stop that. Toxicity. They weren't going to win that game based on what the Herc was doing. Bake was playing a little too much up there, and then Scylla just was a little bit out of position most of the time. But, you know, it wasn't really technically her fault. She built Warlock Staff, so... build Warlock Staff's a very good item, especially on guys that take advantage of it. But like I said, yeah, I probably just would have went Divine here after, and then Soul Reaver, and then E-Staff. Here's the damage again. Did 105,000 minion damage. But yeah, that is Baba Yaga. I think I pretty much went over everything. I know her a lot, so I play her a lot, and I try to carry games with her for the most part. Not the best mage, but I think she's around that A to S tier mage that doesn't get played a lot at all. So she's never going to get banned. So if you do get really good with her, you know, you play her in and out, know her small little her little quirks in her kit, like her 3 being knocked up, your ult, you know, being able to knock up, being able to, you know, save you with a health shield, for example, positioning well, using your 2, min-maxing it to where it's always on cooldown if it's not in your inventory or whatever, so you always have that extra 2 little potion, and then, you know, using your 1, getting used to all your 1. So basically just learning her kit ins and out. You can actually carry so many games, and I've gotten to you know, up there in the MMR with her because of that. So play her, she's really good. But that's basically it for me. If you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe. If you think I may have missed anything, or you want any type of suggestions, please let me know in the comment section down below. Discord in the description down below as well if you want to go ahead and join. I know there's a lot of people coming in from the tournament, seeing that we're gonna be doing a tournament soon, and in the coming weeks, and just being able to ask me questions on Discord rather than on YouTube, where it takes me a little bit longer to go. You can just message me on Discord. So join Discord down below if you want. Just, you know, great community. You can talk to me. Memberships are open. One of the best ways to support me if you like my content. Obviously, you don't need to. Simply watching my video is good enough for me. But next up we have is Bacchus, obviously a very good god, so I can't wait for that. And then Bacchus are not going to be fun, sort of. But that is basically everything I have for you. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching.